Yeah, I know all about this. I saw Palmer talking about it on TV last night.
Then you realize the horrendous consequences of such a project. Why, our whole town would be a shambles.
Well, I heard every word he said, you know, about big business moving in and gambling, all that kind of stuff, yeah.
So it is something we must prevent at any cost. That's why we have formed a citizen committee to, well, get a petition for a referendum that would make a law so that none of this could ever possibly happen in Pine Valley.
So, who's on the committee?
Well, Palmer and I are spearheading it, but we need your help, Donna. Now, I want you to take a petition out and get as many signatures as you possibly can immediately.
I can't do
because
that.
The election is... What?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Wallingford. There's no way I can be a part of this. I don't mean to be so nosy, but just what's going on between you and Brooke?
Nothing. What do you mean?
Well, it's no secret you're together a lot these days.
Donna, I am her partner in these childbirth classes.
Yeah, fine, except I seem to remember something about you and Brooke having a thing a while back.
Oh, it's ancient history when we were kids.
You're not kids anymore.
Wallingford residence.
Hello, is Brooke Cudahy there, please?
I'm afraid she's not here. May I take a message?
Do you know if she's gone to work yet?
I don't know where she is. Who's calling?
I'm sorry, this is Mark Dalton. Would you ask her to give me a call as soon as she gets in?
Sure thing, Mr. Dalton.
Thank you very much.
Right.
I was just trying to call you.
Oh, well, we must be on the same wavelength.
I believe we are.
Yes, sir? I want to see Phoebe. I'm afraid she's not here. What about her husband?
May I ask who's calling?
Yeah, Adam Chandler.
Well, if you'll wait right here, Mr. Chandler, I'll see if the professor's free.
He better be.
Mr. Adam Chandler to see you, Professor.
You didn't tell him I was here, did you?
I'm afraid that I did, sir.
Well, get rid of him. Tell him I'm indisposed. I'm not up to visitors.
It's too late, Langley.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll get in touch with him. Right. Bye. I don't believe this.
What's wrong?
They want me to do a photo session on the new assistant track coach.
The Bulletin is doing an article on Tony Barkley?
Yeah, new guy on campus and stuff like that. I mean, why couldn't they have picked somebody else for this job?
Come on, it's not going to be so bad, really.
I can't stand the guy, Jenny. I don't want to be anywhere near him.
Don't you think you're being a little hard on him?
I mean, how can you say that after all the things this guy has done to us?
Well, he's changed. That's all in the past. Tony's changed.
Not to me, he hasn't. He's still the same. He's still the same to me.
Greg, his father was putting him under a lot of pressure back then. You really can't blame everything on him.
Well, if you're asking me to be his friend, Jenny, I can't do it, okay? I can't.
I'm not. If you feel this strongly about it, why don't you just call them back up and tell them you don't want to do the assignment?
I would love to call him back and tell him that. My career happens to be hanging on this.
Well, then I guess you have to swallow your pride and do it.
Thank you, Zach. That'll be all.
Yes, sir.
Can I offer you some coffee, Adam?
Never mind about that. You know why I'm here.
Well, I see you seem to be terribly excited about something.
What is your wife? How does she get off calling Erica a traitor to Pine Valley?
I beg your pardon.
In the Glamorama?
She attacked Erica the minute she walked in the place. For something Erica had nothing to do. Oh, dear me. You better put a muzzle on that wife of yours. If she opens her big mouth once again against my wife, I'll sue her for slander. Now, just a minute. You can also tell her that she doesn't know what she's talking about. You created this problem, you know, by buying property under false pretenses. That's none of your business. Oh, it is very much my business as a loyal member of this town, which you seem intent on trying to ruin with your tacky plans to turn it into a cheap sideshow. That's nonsense. I'm bringing money and business into this town. You are bringing destruction to this town, but you'll soon find out that the people of Pine Valley won't tolerate it. The petitions will see to that. Petitions? What petitions? Oh, didn't you know? Well, you're in for a lovely surprise. Your little scheme will be nipped in the bud.
Donna, aren't you interested in the welfare of this town?
Of course I am. Ross Chandler is my friend, and I'm not going to do anything to hurt him.
Well, what about the hurt he's doing us, undermining our home?
He's not doing anything. If anybody, it's his uncle.
Well, he's certainly working hand in glove with...
No, he is not. Now, Ross would never do anything to hurt Pine Valley. Oh, look, I know him, Mrs. Wallingford. He's a very gentle, very kind man.
And you think by protecting him, you will revive his interest in you?
That's not true.
Oh, isn't it?
No, it is not. We're friends, and that's all we've ever been. It's just I'm not about to betray a friendship, all right?
Of course not. You just allow his uncle to run roughshod over this town until he turns it into one huge gambling hell.
I'm not saying I approve of the way the Chandlers are doing things, Mrs. Wallingford.
Well, I should hope not. Presenting false plans of a retirement village in order to get me to sell them my land for the nefarious scheme.
All right, I'm also not saying that I think it's such a bad thing.
What?
Now, just look at it. For one thing, they're going to be giving jobs to people.
People of no worth? People they'll probably bring in from the outside anyway. No, those jobs won't be going to our unemployed, you can be sure of that.
No, you don't know that. Now, they got all kind of jobs. They need caretakers and gardeners and construction workers. People who haven't been able to feed their families for months will be working again.
Donna, if you are really concerned with the underdog, I strongly suggest you throw in with Palmer and me to stop these people and their corruption.
I happen to know, Mrs. Wallingford, there is no law against what the Chandlers are doing.
Well, there will be when this referendum gets on the ballot. Look, we have enough people here already. We don't need thousands more descending on us. We are not set up to handle it.
Okay, Sea City. How about that? They manage.
We are not Sea City. Thank heavens. Donna, I know all of this is a little over your head, perhaps, but please, just trust me. I mean, you are a tenant on my property, and it is your duty to support me in this endeavor.
What are you going to evict me if I don't?
Donna, I do think you owe it to me after all I've done for you. I took you into my home. I treated you like family. And then when you wanted to be on your own, I set you up in this apartment.
I pay rent.
I even went so far as to hire that friend of yours, Zach Grayson, much against my better judgment.
Oh, now, wait a minute. He's working out, isn't he?
He is not up to Benjamin standards, nor will he ever be. However, I am not in the mood to listen to any more arguments. For the good of the town, for the good of our business relationship in the Glamorama, I insist that you take this petition, that you fill it with names, and do it on the double.
Okay, you don't have to talk me into this. I'm totally against the gambling mall.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I'll get on it right away.
Yeah, because we don't have a lot of time.
All right. You feeling all right? You look a little tired.
Yeah, I am tired. It's not the baby, though. It's Tom. When I went over to talk to him last night, well, he was just in bad shape. He'd been drinking. He looked awful.
Did he start anything?
No, just the same thing. He wanted me, he wanted the baby, and... You know, I tried to tell him I wanted to be his friend, I wanted to help him, but it didn't do much good. He went upstairs and he took a bottle with him.
Brooke, I'm sorry.
I just think you ought to give up on him. I think he's gone under.
No. You know, maybe not. I called Father Tierney last night, and I asked him if he'd go over and talk to Tom. And I couldn't sleep last night because I wondered what happened. Then Father Tierney called me this morning and said he'd persuaded Tom to go to this place that the church owns. It's, you know, sort of a rehabilitation place to dry out, so...
That's good. It's probably the best place for him. Also give you a chance to get him off your mind.
Yeah, I wish I could. I just keep thinking that he's wasting his life.
Brooke, this isn't your fault.
I know that. It's just that, you know, I mean, he is my husband, and I did love him once. I'm carrying his child. I just, you know, last night I saw him. I don't even know him anymore.
Look, Brooke, you have done everything you can for Tom. It's up to him now to either accept it or not.
I know that, but it's just, it seems like such a big waste.
Why don't you let me take your lunch and cheer you up? Come on. What do you say? Look, really, I think it'd be terrific. I mean, I can feed 2 of you for the price of 1.
All right. We accept.
That's my girls.
Tony.
Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Did I catch you at a bad time?
No. Come on in. Come on.
Thanks. Hi, Greg. How you doing?
Great.
So, I'm sorry I barged in like this, but I heard that the Bulletin's doing a story on me. I mean, I don't know why they picked me. We all know I'm not that interesting of a subject. Anyway, they told me that you were doing the photos.
Right. And I was going to call you to set up a time.
Yes. Well, I figured you probably weren't too excited about that idea, so I brought these 8x10s over. That's when I was a model. I mean, if you can use a couple of these, we'll just cancel the shoot.
Yeah, well, it's just one problem here, Tony. These are publicity stills. And, you know, of course, they want some action shots of you, you know, in sweats and stuff like that.
Oh, I guess that makes more sense.
So, what's a good time for you?
Anytime. I'm free all day.
Noon at the tracks?
That's fine. I'll see you then.
Okay, well, thanks for coming by, Tony. Really. I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye. Greg.
Don't you realize that this guy is using this opportunity as just an excuse to ingratiate himself with us?
I don't think so. And what is wrong with that?
Jenny, I don't want him in our lives.
But he's going to be at the university. The man is simply trying to be friends with us and forget the past. And why can't you just give him a break?
I love you, Jenny Nelson. You get one of the kindest hearts I know.
Well, if you give it a little bit of time, maybe you'll agree with me about Tony.
Liza, here's the history book you were looking for.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
You get Amanda?
Amanda's gone for the summer. She's in London. I actually think she's trying to avoid me. You know, I really should have never come back. I should have stayed in San Francisco.
Oh, now, darling, please don't talk that way.
Mother, if I would have transferred to Berkeley, I could have started a whole new life.
Liza, why do you say that?
Because I don't have any friends here.
Oh, now, that's not true.
Did I tell you what happened at the Wallingfords last night? Professor Wallingford practically threw me out.
He what?
Yeah, I went over there because I was taking Daddy's place. You know, this whole campaign against the gambling mall thing. Well, Mrs. Wallingford was gone. She was at the courthouse. She was waiting for the injunctions against the Chandlers, and I said that I would be happy to wait, find out what the decision was. And Mr. Wallingford told me that it would be much better if I left.
Why?
Because my actions have caused increased comment in the community, and that Mrs. Wallingford's friends might be over and might say some things to embarrass me.
Well, I don't believe this.
Well, he made it quite clear in his polite little way that I was on the not wanted list and that I should just leave, so I left.
Well, how dare he talk to you that way? I wish I'd been there.
What am I supposed to do? What were you going to do? You going to deny the fact that I actually did pick up a stranger and I actually did get beaten up and I did get raped?
Liza, wait. I'm sure that's not the consensus of this entire town. That sounds like Phoebe Wallingford's nasty mind-spreading gossip around.
Yeah, well, Mom, she's got a lot to talk about.
I mean, she knows how terribly hurt you've been this year, that lying hypocrite. I mean, telling me one thing and then telling you quite again another, and...
Mother, do you actually think that he was quoting her?
Well, who else could he be quoting? I'd like to tell that woman a piece of my mind.
Excuse me.
Marion, what luck I've got you in. Oh, my dear, I do need your help with these petitions.
Yes, it is great luck, Phoebe. You're just the person I'd like to talk to.
Good.
Good morning, Professor. How are you?
Very well, thank you, Tad. But if you're looking for Hillary, I'm afraid she's out.
No, sir. Actually, I'm looking for Brooke.
Ah, then you're in luck. She's in the library.
Oh, thanks.
If you'll excuse me.
Sure. Hello, Brooke.
Oh, hi, Dad.
I hope I'm not disturbing anything.
No. What's up? Well, I can take a break. Anyway, you want some coffee?
No, actually, it's sort of a business visit. You see, I came to see you about a job.
A job? Oh, it's that time of the year, isn't it?
Yeah, you see, tomorrow's last day of school, and I've got to make some serious money this summer.
I don't think there's anything available at the Bulletin.
Yeah, well, see, actually, Brooke, I was thinking more in terms of the goalposts. See, I talked to George, and he said, the Tom's away, and until he comes back, you're the only boss that the goalpost has got.
He referred you to me?
That's why I'm here.
I don't understand. I mean, George knows I don't have anything to do with the goalpost. I mean, Tom and I, we're living apart.
Yeah. Look, I don't mean to be pushy or anything, Brooke, but George insisted I talk to you, and I really need that job.
I just didn't think it was worth waking you up this morning, to tell you.
Are you kidding? You know I have been dying to know what's going on.
Well, honey, there just isn't that much to tell. Did you go to the Chandlers? Oh, yes. Yes, Ross wanted me to stop by so I could tell his uncle face to face that I am 100% behind the gambling mall.
Well, that must have nearly made you sick.
Well, almost. Not quite. But you know what got me through it? How important this is to Bonnie.
So what happened?
So, well, Adam wasn't there. He was down at the courthouse waiting for to hear about that injunction that Phoebe and Palmer have against him.
Right.
So I then told him I wanted to see the plans for this fantastic mall, right? And guess where they were?
Where?
Upstairs.
Upstairs? Did you go upstairs?
Yes, I did.
Did you see the West Wing?
No, I didn't. And I tried every way I possibly could to get Ross to get me into that West Wing. You know what he said? Strictly off limits. Because Adam does his painting in there.
Do you think that's where Bonnie saw Willie?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what do we do now?
I don't know. But I'm certainly not going to give up now.
Do you think Ross suspects anything?
No. No. I made it very apparent that I enjoyed his company. I do.
You must feel very guilty about this, then.
Yeah? Darn, I wish I could level with him.
Do you honestly believe that Willie is a real person?
Yes, I do, Devin. That's why I am determined to get to the bottom of this, any way that I can.
Ellen?
Well, hello. Adam, you know my daughter, Devin. She just came over to have an early lunch with me.
Ah, yes. Devin, how nice to see you again.
Thank you.
I wonder if I might have a word alone with your mother?
Oh, sure. Yes. I'll just wait outside.
Thank you.
Sweetie?
Well, I suppose you've heard about the petitions the do-gooders of this town are circulating?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, Devin just mentioned something about a proposition to outlaw gaming establishments
Exactly.
here?
And I intend to see that none of my employees signs one of them.
I don't know how you're going to do that, Adam, or how you're going to find out who signed and who didn't sign.
Oh, that's easy. Those petitions are a matter of public record. So if anybody on my payroll signs one of them, I want them fired immediately.
Well, you know how I feel. But do you know that it is against the law to threaten a person's job because of their political beliefs?
It's not a question of politics. It's a question of business. I don't tolerate disloyalty among the people who work for me.
I understand that. And you've made your point.
Fine, I'll count on you to spread the word. My employees do as I say, or they're out.
Look at us now and discover the new world of Loving, where young lovers light up the screen. Loving every morning.
Lots of action and hot, juicy storyline.
It's better than ever. And on Ryan's Hope, there's the glamour and excitement of Maggie, rejected by her sister.
You hate me. Get out.
Now she's found love with Dave.
It's like magic.
But ambition traps her when she's tempted by the wrong man. Loving Ryan's Hope. They're better than ever. Weekdays.
Hiya, kiddo.
Hi, yourself. How you doing?
Oh, great. Ms. Wallingford around?
No, she's out doing her civic duty, getting those petitions signed.
Oh, yeah, I've been doing the same thing.
You? Really?
Oh, well, she twisted my arm. Wasn't so bad as I thought. I got the whole thing filled up at the supermarket.
Donna, you were out collecting signatures as well?
All right, yes, I was. Actually, you'd be surprised at the number of people who are concerned about the gambling issue. They're really afraid it's going to ruin Pine Valley.
Now, that old babe's got you really revved up, huh?
I guess I see her side of it. Anyway, listen, will you give this to her for me?
Sure. She's just probably going to send you out right with another one.
Yeah, nope. I done my duty.
I see. Yeah, looks like you have. Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Jones, Mrs.
Yes.
Smith. What?
I was kind of hoping I'd run into you last night. Invite you over for a drink and some catching up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Dunn. I went out for a couple of beers.
I hope that's all you did.
Oh, come on, Donna. I wasn't out hustling.
Well, how am I supposed to know that after what you pulled with my friend Edna?
Come on. That lady is loaded. You don't blame me, do you?
Oh, yeah, and you didn't get a plug nickel for your efforts, did you?
All right. I learned my lesson. From now on in, it's the straight life for me.
I hope you mean that.
Don, every word that you said to me is still ringing in my ears. I promise. I'm not slipping anymore.
Baby, I know it's not easy for you to make it on the salary you're getting.
You're not kidding. I sure could use some extra money. I need some clothes. You remember what a jazzy dresser I used to be?
Hey, you still are. You always look great to me. Hey.
What?
I just had the most brilliant idea right out of the blue. Why don't you come over to my place for lunch? Got some fresh shrimp?
Shrimp? No, that sounds inviting.
Good.
Now, listen, wait, I have an errand that I've got to run. It'll take me about a half an hour, and then I'll come over to your place, okay?
I'll have everything ready.
Good, I'll see you later. Thanks.
Oh, I'll be happy to pass the petition around.
Oh, I knew I could count on you, dear. But remember, time is of the essence.
Oh, yes, I'll remember, Phoebe.
Oh, Liza, dear, I've been so sorry I missed you the other evening. Langley told me that you came by and wanted to be of help.
Yes, and did he tell you that he practically threw Liza out?
Oh, Mother.
Oh, he didn't want to embarrass your friends and let them find out you were entertaining the town tramp.
Marian!
Well, I'm only quoting your husband, Phoebe, who was obviously quoting you.
I don't believe this.
You are a hypocrite. You are a lying, vicious hypocrite. You invite us over to dinner. You say you want Hillary and Liza to become good friends. And all the time you've been indulging in some filthy smear campaign against my daughter.
That's not true, Marian. I swear I have not said one single word against her.
I know you only too well, Phoebe, and you adore gossiping. If this town does not accept my daughter, it is you and only you who have maligned her good name.
That's not true. I swear it isn't. If I've spoken at all, it's to speak out against the people who have stood in judgment against her.
Oh, really? Then you admit your friends are judging my daughter?
Well, not in my presence, I assure you. Nor can I be held responsible for what they say or do. After all, your daughter's behavior in this town is hardly a secret.
Oh, now that's a criticism, I suppose.
No, just a statement of plain fact. Besides, not any of us can profess to have made no mistakes in our lifetime.
Oh, I among the first, Phoebe. But my daughter was a victim of a vicious animal who is now in prison.
Well, of course he is, and he should well be. And there is no reason whatsoever why your daughter should be made to feel guilty about any of it.
All right, if you really feel that way, you will persuade your friends to stop sitting in judgment of my daughter.
I will most certainly try, I promise you. And I will begin with my misguided husband.
Oh, Mrs. Wallingford, really, it would be a waste of time. It's...
Nonsense, nonsense. His tactlessness hurt you, and I am sincerely sorry about that.
It's okay.
No, it is not okay. He needs a good lesson in Christian charity, and I intend to see that he gets it. I'll be in touch with you then.
I'll take care of the petition, Phoebe, and I'm really so glad we had this talk.
Oh, not as glad as I am. Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye.
Mother, that was probably the nicest thing you've ever done for me.
Oh, sweetheart. I love you.
George, you have carte blanche. You can fire and hire anybody you want, all right?
That's a big responsibility.
Well, you've done it up till now, all right? So I'm sure you can continue to do it for a few more weeks.
Well, how long is Tom going to be gone?
I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take him to get himself together.
What about the bills and the payroll? You know, Friday, it's payday.
Oh, I forgot.
You know that time that Tom was out of town when his father took sick? He authorized you to sign all the checks. You could still do it, couldn't you?
Well, I guess I'm going to have to do it.
I'm really sorry. I know you don't need all this.
No, I don't, but we'll muddle through, George. I'm going to be in the office, all right?
All right.
Okay, George, what you say? Do I get the job or not?
Well, it's all yours. And as a matter of fact, you can start right now.
That's great! Thanks a million, George. I really appreciate it. I really do.
All right.
So, the bottom line is, what are their chances?
They're going to be hard-pressed to find 5,000 signatures by the deadline.
That's what I wanted to hear. We're going to win this one, Philip. Get that, will you, Jonathan?
Sure.
Hi, Zach Grayson. I'd like to speak to Mr. Adam Chandler. I have some information that I think you'd be interested in.
What kind of information?
Information concerning Professor Langley Wallingford.
All My Children will continue in a moment.
Hi.
Hi. Is this too early to stop by?
Of course not. A friendly face is always welcome. Oh. Come on in.
Thanks. This is nice.
Well, thank you. Would you like something to drink?
No, thanks. Just want to tell you, it was great running into you last night.
It was nice running into you, too.
You know, I still can't believe that Jenny and Greg own the steam pit. They seem to be doing a good job of it.
Yeah. So, how's your apartment? Are y'all settled?
Well, that's the other reason I came by. I'm pretty well settled in, and I thought maybe you'd come over and I could fix your dinner tonight.
Oh, really? Well, are you a good cook?
Well, not bad, as long as it's basics. You know, steak, potato, salad.
Well, I make a pretty good salad.
Well, you're on. What if I pick you up about 6?
Okay. Do you want me to bring some wine?
No, it's all right. I've got some. Thanks anyway.
Well, how about if I make something special and make it a surprise?
Great.
Okay.
You know, it might be fun inviting another couple. What do you think?
Oh, well, did you have anybody in mind?
Well, the only people I know are you and Greg and Jenny.
Oh, well, I don't really know if that's so great an idea. I mean, the two of us were really not at the top of their list, you know.
You know, it might be fun inviting another couple. What do you think?
Oh, well, did you have anybody in mind?
Well, the only people I know are you and Greg and Jenny.
Oh, well, I don't really know if that's so great an idea. I mean, the two of us were really not at the top of their list, you know.
Oh, Jenny's been very nice. And Greg and I have been getting along pretty well. In fact, we have a photo session out at the university today. The Bulletin's doing a story on me. You know, new guy in town and all
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So, you know, and Greg is, well, I was just over at their house now, and he is very pleasant.
Well, I guess there's no harm asking, right?
Right.
And so thanks to you, it was a most unpleasant session I just went through with Marion Colby. Now you must promise me, on your honor, to treat Liza with kid gloves from here on.
Well, I don't feel entirely the way you do about the girl, but if that's the way you want it, then I will stand by it.
Well, try a little humanity. And remember, judge not lest ye be not also judged.
Right. Now, do you want to hear some good news?
What?
We have now 1,500 names on the petition, and that doesn't include Palmer or Ruth.
Oh, that's wonderful. We're almost halfway there.
Oh, I think we'll make it, darling.
Oh, of course we will. How many did you get this morning?
Well, let's see. I filled out 10 petitions. Now that totes up to 300. And Hillary is still out with hers, and so is Brooke.
Oh, Langley. Oh, you really have been my stalwart right arm in this. I do appreciate it so much, dear.
Well, my darling, I feel as strongly about this as you do.
Oh.
And I don't think I didn't tell Mr. Chandler that when he marched in here earlier.
Oh, I was so proud of you, the way you stood up to him. That took real courage.
Ah, pooh. Right is right, my darling. I will defend the right at any cost. I don't care who the adversary is. I hope this erases the doubt you may have had about me from withholding my former pseudonym from you.
Oh, that Leslie Wilson episode is gone and forgotten. No, you've more than proven to me with all your valorous actions that you are worthy of my trust.
Oh, that means very much to me, Phoebe.
You don't know how much it means to me. That never will there ever be any secrets between us again.
Honesty is the best policy. I know it's trite, but it's true.
True.
Oh, yes. I saw you at the Wallingfords. Yes, I've been with them for a while now. What is this information you have?
Something I overheard, which I guarantee will be of great interest to you. As a matter of fact, it certainly will put the kibosh on their fight against the gambling mall.
I suppose this information is for sale.
Ah, Mr. Chandler, for you it wouldn't cost you that much.
How much?
$1,000 ought to cover it.
Very well. What is it?
Professor Langley Wallingford is a gilt-edged phony.
A phony?
Mm-hmm. He admitted that to a very respectable source.
Who?
I can't say.
Go on.
Evidently, this source knew him a long time ago. He was a petty thief and a con artist named Lenny Vlasic.
Vlasic?
That's right.
Marvelous.
He worked in the carnivals, and that's when this person knew him.
Does his wife know this?
Of course not. If she did, she'd probably throw him out of the house.
I dare say. Oh, is that all?
Isn't that enough? As a matter of fact, you probably could check his record, check his name, see if he's got a record. I'm sure he does.
Oh, your nails look great. Your hair is gorgeous. You're the most beautiful.
Donna! Donna! Hey, it's me! Zach, I'm here!
Uncle, I'm sorry. I haven't even started lunch. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. I'll take you out to lunch.
No. I'll make something here. Just take a...
May I take my best buddy out to lunch, please?
I invited you, Zach.
I'll take a rain check. Now, where do you want to go? I got it.
What?
The chateau.
The chateau?
Yes! The sky is the limit!
Lay down.
All right.
What happened to this poverty bit?
I feel great. That's all. I want to hobnob with the Richies.
Hey, buddy, you're not thinking about cruising this place, are you?
Come on, Donna. You're the prettiest girl in this whole town. With you on my arm, I don't want to go cruising at all.
You don't have to say that, Zach.
You're a real class lady. Don't you know that?
No, but I love hearing it.
You could have any guy you want.
Oh, yeah? What if I wanted you?
Oh, that'll be the day, me, the next hustler.
Oh, that's where I am, right? Oh, Zachy, those days are so far behind us.
Ah, yeah. We had a good time, though, didn't we? You, me, Candy, Stell, hanging out in those after-hour clubs in Center City.
Ooh, and I would catch holy what for from Tyrone when I got back.
As long as you brought the money back, he didn't mind.
You know, he was jealous of you.
Nah. No, Ty always knew that I never would mess with his stable.
It's funny you never found anybody you really liked.
I was turning too many tricks, remember?
Yeah, well, what about now?
Now I'm just trying to make a buck.
Yeah, and blow it all in one lunch.
Come on, I feel great. Don't worry about that. I even have enough to get new threads. Clean, dapper,
You saved
wardrobe.
up already, or what?
Now, listen, Don, I'm not going to take it with me. And I'm sure not going to leave it behind.
Ah, spend it all while you're here.
You only live once. Come on, I just feel wonderful today. I feel great. And you're the one person that I want to share it with. Now, what do you say?
I'm glad.
Is he kidding? I'll sign anything I want. Mark!
I am warning you, don't cross Adam.
Adam Chandler cannot tell me whose side to take. I have some rights here.
Have you already signed the petition?
No, I'm not going to.
You're kidding.
I believe in free enterprise, Mark.
Free enterprise? Ellen, he's going to turn this town into a midway.
Oh, come on, you don't know that.
I do know that. He'll have every hustler known to man in here. And pretty soon, this quiet little town that we all know and love will be gone.
That's just a lot of propaganda, Mark. I am entitled to my own opinion.
And
just like you, okay?
Well, I am entitled not to share it with you.
Oh, wonderful.
Hold it. Have you already signed the petition?
Yes, I have. Have you?
Yeah, I have, yeah. Okay, I'm outnumbered. Devin, it's all right, okay?
It should tell you something.
Oh, come on. Mark, Adam is not fooling around here.
What's he going to do, check every name on the list?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And he finds your name on that list, you are going to be fired.
He's not going to fire me. I'm his brother-in-law.
Oh, wonderful. I'm not so sure about that.
Well, what are you going to do? Are you going to tell him that I signed it?
Oh, are you kidding? I'm going to stay away from that like the bubonic plague.
Well, do me a favor, will you?
What?
And don't avoid it.
What?
I have no intention of hiding how I feel. In fact, I think I'm going to go over there and tell him right to his face, and I don't care what he thinks.
No, Mark, don't be a hothead about this, will you, please? Oh, stupid.
Why didn't you just tell him that you were pretending for Bonnie's sake?
I can't do that. He's the last person in the world who is going to understand that, Devin.
W-L-A-S-U-K, Vlasic. Run a check. Particulars, see if there's a prison record somewhere. I want to know everything there is to know about Professor Langley Wallingford.
You want some background material?
Yes, proof. I want proof. I want something I can shake under his nose.
I hope we can find it.
Perhaps what this chauffeur has told me is only the beginning.
This guy was a con man in a carnival. I mean, isn't that enough to throw a scare in it?
No, I want more. I want it all. I want a complete dossier on him. I want enough to bring him and that pompous wife of his to their knees.
Tomorrow at 8, 7 Central and Mountain, Chevy Chase, Jane Seymour, and Benji unleash the laughter when a lone wolf private detective bites the dust and comes back to Earth as a crime-solving pooch in Oh Heavenly Dog, an ABC movie special. Then School Prayer, a hot issue getting hotter in this campaign year, and the phenomenal success story of one of the newer airlines that's really taking off on 2020. Can Connie trust Brad? Stay tuned for One Life to Live, next on ABC.